Hi, and welcome to my, shoot. Hi, welcome to my video. This is going to be my final iteration of Sappho's Mine. Please ignore the noise. My computer is very loud while it's running this program, and I do not have access to my better microphone at the moment. I'm going to be starting from after the entrance halls on account of how nothing much changed in there, so that I can go over the changed areas that I've propped out in more detail. As you can see, these guys have already aggroed. This is the door that we came in through, and this is to the main area, which you can see there are minor changes to already. I've got God mode still enabled because I'm still not much good at fighting them. But of most note, if you're holding a pickaxe down here, there are now mining areas along the wall. They will have pictures of, these are prop pickaxes. I don't have a pickaxe in my inventory right now, but they will be in the pictures in the report. Off. Shoo. Bad. In the meantime, that torch continues to light the way over here, which instead of just being a room full of Fulmer, it now has props in it. There is one watchdog Fulmer outside of the group, and the player can now duck into the storage closet. And the rest of the Fulmer are in a small camp in here where they've been living. To add to the lived-in effect, there are piles of dirt scattered throughout the hallways. Which the mesh has been updated to account for. And the number of enemies in this room has been limited to the one that you can see from the door, who I am never going to beat to death with my fists, so I should just give up now. The rest of this area is fairly similar to what it used to be, with the exception that the cooking pot has now been adjusted to actually work properly. And there are more props added to this end. As you can see, the landslide has more details, and the blobs of dirt continue through this area, as well as roughed up floors. After the player finishes swinging through that area, they go back to a section of tunnels, and bad off into the spiderweb zone. I'm going to pick up the torch here to help illustrate them. There are patches of spiderwebs all over the walls that the player has to clear to move around the area, which give a certain amount of advantage to the spiders. Come on, fight me. Freaking eight-legged bugger. Okay. As you can see, these are proper enemies. And can be defeated properly. But I'm going to do what I can to fight the bare minimum of them, because the maze is extra hard to get through with all of the web walls up. However, I've added extra pickaxes and more gems and stones to the floor to make up for it. somehow our lovely little friend here hasn't noticed me. Okay, please ignore that travesty of battle. The way out is through the most webbed corner of... The way out is through the most webbed up corner of the, mines. And we'll continue into a also webby, but slightly less webby area. As you can see, there are amethysts and bits of ore on the floor that are supposed to encourage the player to look down instead of up and be surprised by enemies. Way easier. I should have been doing that from the beginning. Anyway, so the player then continues through here, where there are more nasty surprises and also treasures down those hallways. Some of them are webbed up, some of them aren't. The player then continues through this area, where the snipers can see you, and you can't reach them yet. And proceed up the stairs to where I've been informed the giant is the right kind of enemy to have for this area, where he is an optional but difficult fight. This then continues upwards onto the landing, where you can actually hit the archers. And I probably shouldn't still be trying to, because it's pretty clear that I'm not any good at fighting them. You continue from there back to the cave exit, from which you can now see a platform. On this platform is... On this platform was that guy who appears to have spawned over there for some reason. He is the boss fight. He's set to be harder than the other enemies to fight. And for the last 10 times I've tested it, he spawned right here in this spot and blasted me with electricity on my jump down. He's actually a really interesting and difficult fight. Anyway, from there you can climb down the series of platforms to exit. And that's my level.